The Talmud says that Israel generated 1.2 million prophets. Very interesting quote. So I looked up the source. With regard to the statement that 48 prophets and 7 prophetesses prophesied on behalf of the Jewish people, the Gemara asks, is there no one else? Isn't it written with regard to Samuel's father Elkanah? Very interesting. Elkanah would show up here because it fits perfectly with the mostly the theme of this channel. This is the root list of Cain from the Gate of Reincarnations, and you can see that Elkanah comes from Cain. So you see here, father of Samuel, husband of Hannah and Peninnah. He had 2 wives. It's very interesting. So let's continue. There's an argument because it says there that there were 200 prophets who prophesied on the behalf of the Jewish people. If so, why is it stated here that there are only 48 prophets? And then here we have the answer. In fact, there were more prophets, as it is taught in a Baraita that many prophets arose for the Jewish people, numbering double the number of the Israelites who left Egypt. And we know that there were 600,000 that left Egypt, and double of that would be 1,200,000, or 1.2 million prophets. However, only a portion of these prophecies were recorded because only prophecy that was needed for future generations was written down in the Bible for posterity. But that which was not needed, as it was not pertinent to later generations, was not written. Therefore, the 55 prophets recorded in the Bible, although not the only prophets of the Jewish people, were the only ones recorded due to their eternal messages. So we've figured out where the 1.2 million prophets comes from. That's very interesting to me because I happen to remember that there are, in fact, 1.2 million letters in the entire Hebrew Bible. Here you have the amount of letters in the entire Bible. So not just the Torah, this would be the prophets and the writings and the Chumash all combined, and it comes out to really 1.2 million. You can see here it's 1.197, but it's really, no one would say 1.197, they would say 1.2. So there's a correlation between the number of prophets in Israel, or that Israel produced, and the number of letters in the Tanakh. Isn't it interesting that they would seem to know how many letters there were in the entire Tanakh when the Talmud was written? That seems, and actually probably before that, because so we're going back like over 1,000 years for sure, more like over 2,000 years actually, and they would have figured this out. It's pretty astonishing to me.